Steve, tell us what you found out.
All right. So, talk to two different Bank of America loan officers. Um, they got more clarification on the program. So, it is not a FHA loan and it's not a CRA loan, which is something that we said the other day, which is
Yep.
what was not correct. It is a non-conforming conventional loan, so it does follow some of the conventional loan practices. The maximum loan amount for the conventional part in Dallas.
Hold on, Steve. Steve, before you get into that, so let me ask you a question. Are we busting myths today?
Absolutely,
Okay. I just
Oh,
want
absolutely,
to make
I
sure we
love it when you
busting myths.
bust myths. I love
absolutely.
Okay.
it. We
I
are
love it.
After I got a chance to talk with some individuals in the bank and got more clarification, my views of the loan has absolutely changed.
mine too.
Yeah.
That's
So
Mine.
good.
it is absolutely an effort to do some things in black and brown communities. Um, and again, we probably would never know the true meaning or the true intent behind it. Did they get their hand slapped and they had to do it? I don't know. Did they have a change of heart to say, "Hey, we really want to try to do these type of things to help the black and brown community"? I don't think we'll ever really get a true answer on that one because there's going to be a bunch of opinions
Right.
there.
Right.
But we're not here to talk about that and give our
Right.
opinions. We're talking about the facts, what we've learned about the loan, and what we can give to the public on what this loan is and how it can benefit you. So,
So we busted myths today.
yes, yes.
Okay, this we mortgage
So
myths.
So you were telling them that it's a conventional loan, right?
it follows conventional loan format.
Okay.
So you said it was non-conforming. I mean, that can mean several things on that one, but they do follow the conventional loan when it comes to the maximum loan amount, which is here in Dallas, Texas, which is 647. So you can go up to
Okay.
you can get your house up to 647.
Well,
Say
you
that
know what
again.
I'm gonna say. Y'all know I always say my papa always say you don't get something for nothing. Y'all know that you don't get something for nothing. So I have to ask this question. There was some talk going around that the interest rate was anywhere from 8 to 12%. Now I'm
No,
hearing that that's not the case. Since you're saying it's going with kind of non-conforming, what is that? Around six is market rate.
according to both lending the loan officers, they are using market rates. So market rate right now is around six, maybe 6.5, depending on that, and it can change. But there's not any markup or anything like that that we thought that would possibly be a part of this thing. No,
So it's kind of not like the down payment assistance when you go in and get a loan with down payment assistance, you have to pay a different marked up rate because they're
correct.
giving you X amount of dollars.
No, they are
It's not the
using
case.
traditional market rates on this
That's nice.
one.
Wow.
Mhm. One of the
Okay.
biggest questions that we had and that was took up a lot of part of the show is um, where can you actually buy homes, right? And to answer that particular question, here in the Dallas area, there are a few counties that qualify for where this house can be, and it can be any home that fits under that 647 maximum. That's in Collin County, Hunt County, Kaufman, Rockwall, Dallas, Ellis, and Denton. Tampa
Wow.
does not count.
So really the only people that can't play in the party is people in Tarrant County, right?
Correct. Now, the caveat of the house would be that according to the census tract, wherever that house is, the census tract has to be 50% or more black and Latino.
Wow.
So it's in
And you know what?
pockets.
They're going to be
It,
pockets, right? So it doesn't have to be in a low to moderate income area. It can be. So let me back up. There are four different census tracts. You have low, you have moderate, you have middle, and you have upper. Okay, based off of demographics and income levels. Okay,
Okay.
most CRA programs require you to purchase in a low to moderate income area. This program does not. It doesn't matter the income level of the area. It could be low, moderate, mid, or upper. Okay. Now, the census tract, as far as the demographics, meaning that wherever you purchase, the area in the census tract has to be at least 50% Black and Latino.
So let me ask you this
So
question.
this is zip code based, Mike. That's what it's zip code sounds like.
Yeah, so in essence, you could be in McKinney or Allen if it's predominantly or 50%
Right. So
Black and Latino.
case in point, the DeSoto area, right? There are
Right.
low, mid, and middle and upper areas in DeSoto. Majority
Mhm.
of DeSoto qualifies
Right.
because of the census tract of DeSoto.
Wow.
Well, even where I am, right over here in Mesquite, which we're over here calling like by Falcons Lair. When I saw one of the homes, it's in my zip code. I was like, wait a minute, okay, and I mean, nice. It was over here in the new community that's over there in Bloomfield, and very nice home. And I said, okay, let me back up and reassess what I was saying about the program. And I really can't say anything negative at this point.
Now there is a restriction according to income. It only allows you to go up to 150% of the median income of the county. And for a case in point, he said Dallas County, the maximum income level that it could be for the applicants, not for the household, but for the applicants, will be 132,000. So you can make 100.
That's for each person.
Anybody that's applicant.
So if you got a husband and wife together, they can't make more than 132?
No, the applicant.
Oh, the applicant.
Yes.
So they can make 266.
Yes.
Together.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Whoa. Okay, there's a way around it. Okay, I see what you're saying.
I think that's another myth buster.
Oh, that's another myth buster. So the applicant not combined with this. Okay. All right. So it's not
I had to clarify that. So he was saying, and he reiterated, and both of them reiterated that it's the applicant.
So my husband, I ain't got no husband. I'm just saying, if I did, he can make 132 apply. But if I made 250, that doesn't matter.
According to these loan officers, it doesn't matter. He said it was the applicant.
Yeah. So really, truth of the matter is, Mama can make 132, and Daddy can make 132. And together, you can go in and get one of them $600,000 homes that you like in the neighborhood that you probably want to live in.
And Mike, that was my because I'm like, wait a minute, if you're saying collectively they can't make 132, and you probably got two people with two car notes, then you got this mortgage that's $3,000, then some of us have student loans. How are they gonna be able to get into it? But now what you're saying, that dispels that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now another limitation to the loan is that it has a 50% DTI limit. Meaning, for those that don't know what DTI is, that is debt to income ratio. So when you're looking to purchase a home, how we determine how much home you can purchase is your DTI. So basically, we take your debts that show up on your credit report, and we add in your possible loan amount, and we add those numbers together. And from that number, we divide your total income. Okay. Now, total income could be a bunch of different things. There's some things that could be, obviously, your total income would be your W-2 income, things like that. But overtime income,
child support,
commission, child
alimony,
support, all those things have to, have to qualify, right? So some of that could come in, some could not. But if we're talking about your qualified income, we take all of your debt that shows up on your credit report plus your possible mortgage payment and divide that by qualified income.
Hey, Steve, look, I got a question. 50%. I got a question about that though. So quick, Steve, quick question. In the FHA loan, when it comes down to student loans, they do the 1% rule, right?
Right.
In the conventional loan, they don't always necessarily do a 1% rule. They can potentially use a
the repayment
income-based payment agreement, correct?
Yep.
From what I understand, is based off of your current payment system, right?
Yes,
and if you are in an income-based payment, I've seen people as low as $15 paying back, based off of their income, and they would use that 15. But again, everybody's situation is different. And from both loan officers, both of them told me that every application is looked at differently.
So let me say this though. The reason I asked that question is because a lot of our buyers are being hung up not on DTI, not on income, not on credit score, not on money being in the bank. A lot of them are hung up on DTI, which is that typically 55%, right? Outside of this program. Now you have an opportunity. I'm not going to say that it's a fact that has happened, but the opportunity, because this is a non-conforming conventional product, they may be able to use their payment arrangement, meaning they may be able to be qualified with this program when they weren't being able to be qualified before.
Right. That's right. That's true.
So not even like if we eliminate all the down payment assistance, all the no closing costs, no private mortgage insurance, that in itself gives them another opportunity to qualify when they weren't able to qualify.
Yeah, we just got a comment from my brother, Mr. McKinney. He says, correct. Whatever we use, whatever payment that they currently pay, or 1% deferred balance, and that's coming from a loan officer.
There we go.
There you go. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it, Mr. McKinney.
Yeah.
Sometimes we know what we're talking about. We got some good lender partners that educate us. That's why I say get with a professional. They got a professional team that can get you in the game.
Yeah, this group right here. Speaking of which, hold on. Yeah. Y'all, speaking of debt to income, we need to go and pay a couple of debts. So we'll be right back.
Hey, Jay.
Welcome to Refined Realty's latest listing. Come out this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. to see this amazing property. We can't wait to see you this weekend. For the full video of this amazing home, check out our YouTube channel at Refined Realty DFW.
All right. I absolutely love those videos. And I believe the Astute Home Advisor, you'll be hosting an open house.
I will be there Saturday
from 11.
Is it the 9th or the 10th?
It's
I don't
the
know.
10th.
Mike told me the 9th.
It's the 10th. I'm so eager to get there. I just made it to tomorrow. I love working. I love working, so I'm so eager to be there. If you want to meet me there tomorrow, you can meet me there tomorrow too.
Hey, it's put like this. The house always open.
Tomorrow. See, I should have known better. Day the 8th. See, I got too much going on.
The house is always open.
Yes, indeed.
I got too much going on. But y'all can call him. Y'all can call Mike. And we're gonna go ahead and do this right quick. If y'all want to see it on the night, y'all can call that number right there. He happy to show it to you.
Thanks.
He's happy to show it to you.
Big fact.
Mike, before we went to our break, you were saying, my brother.
So another thing, Mr. McKinney said he can't hear us anymore. Tina, I don't know if something happened.
He can't hear us. Hold on. Wait.
So anybody that's watching that is in the chat, please let us know if you guys can't hear us.
Yeah. Please let us know, because it's showing on my end that we are actually, the mics are on. See.
Okay, well, hey, we're going to continue on then.
We're going to continue.
one of the things that my biggest question was who qualifies as a first-time home buyer, right? A first-time home buyer, according to this program, fits the same first-time home buyer qualifications that all the other ones. They say they can hear us, Tina, so we good.
Okay.
As any other down payment assistance program, you cannot own or have ownership in a home for at least 3 years. Okay, so if you haven't owned a home, if you owned one before, you sold it, but you haven't owned a home or have any ownership in a home for at least 3 years, you qualify for this particular down payment assistance program.
So if they sold in August of 2019, they can buy.
Basically,
they can use this program.
What about, okay, so this is really a manual underwritten loan. There's really no credit score. Correct?
And we'll go into credit. So again, everybody's worried about this. There's no credit score or anything like that. That's absolutely true. But they do look at credit, and both of them reiterated, we do look at your credit. There are a couple of things that could disqualify you from the loan based off of your credit. So again, score does not matter. However, you need to have at least 3 trade lines. Okay. Of those 3 trade lines, you cannot have none at all. No 30-day lates in the 6-month period prior to application.
So they're looking at credibility, not credit score. Your credibility.
So again, you do have to take care.
How long, Stephen? No lates.
I'm sorry.
In what? No lates.
No 30-day lates 6 months prior to application. So they're gonna take application, go back 6 months. You cannot have a late payment at all. Okay. However, all 3 trade lines need to go back at least 12 months. Okay. Now, if you do have a late payment in that 12-month period, there will be a requirement to have a letter of explanation. Okay. If you have more than one 30-day late, that could disqualify you from the program. However, if you have 2 30-day lates on a credit card, again, obviously a letter of explanation is needed, but it still could disqualify you. But but again, if it's he was saying if it's a reasonable reason why you were late, maybe reducing hours, you were hurt or something like that, couldn't go to work, those things will be considered. But basically 2 late payments and in a 12-month period, you out of there.
2 strikes, you out.
Two of them, you out of there. And
2
then
strikes, you out.
In 6 months prior to it, no late payments whatsoever. Okay.
But after the 6 months, if you had 1 or 2, but it sounds to me like this is just make sense underwriting, kind of common sense. It's like manual.
Yeah. And again, they reiterated that there's not a cookie cutter way that they're looking at the underwriting, as you can have with FHA sometimes and conventional. They're going to look at the situation. And that's why the letter of explanation is crucial for those that they have missed.
I say that they got slapped on the hand. They didn't get slapped on the hand. They used to do like my daddy said, they got their butt busted.
Yeah.
Because before, what was happening, if you go and read some of the articles on some of the issues they had, was the fact that you had disparaging difference between Black and brown and the others, and that they can have the same criteria, but they weren't loaning to Black and brown. They weren't lending to the Black and brown communities. So now what they're saying is, we're going to look at your credit score. We're going to look at your credit file. That's what it is. Like Mike said, your character. And we're going to look past your skin color.
Right.
Well, you know what? Hey, look, we here. Now we here, and the ball is in our court, right?
But Mike, I get angry because you should have done that in the first place. You should have been looking past my skin color in the first place.
But you know what though? Shoulda, coulda, and woulda. That's old news. So now we got an opportunity to move forward and be a blessing.
Yeah, but it's sad that you have to be
Yeah.
beaten to
Yeah.
get the blessing.
And like I said prior,
That just burned me up, y'all. I'm sorry.
Normally when you have this type of movement or
Man.
such a dramatic change in your lending practices, again, normally, and again, I was, prior to being a full-time real estate agent, I was with several banks. And we went through this process with a couple of other banks that I was with. We got a hand slap because we were trying to do some things, and CRA said, y'all not doing what you're supposed to do. And they came out with a great program similar to this. It wasn't as broad as it was, but it was something along those lines. Again, until more information comes out, we may never know. Why Bank of America.
I just want to know what to find.
But like I said, I'm absolutely in agreement with my brother. It is an opportunity for people to get into homeownership that probably would not be able to have an opportunity, or it truncates that time frame that you may be 3, 4, 5 years away. Now you can possibly get this thing done a lot sooner.
Steve,
now, go ahead, Mike.
See, like Tina say, her dad. What's your mom say? Yeah, her dad used to say something.
My dad used to say they got their butt busted.
Hey,
like you said, you don't get your behind busted.
Hey, yeah. My coach say, get up, put some dirt on it, and keep going. So what I'm saying is, yeah. My coach say, put some dirt on it, put some ice on it, man. Lick your wounds and come on. So if you've been sitting in the corner pouting, talking about you can't get in the game, lick your wounds and come on. Because it's an opportunity for you to get what you've been asking for. Now, if you don't get it this go around, you can't be waving your flag talking about, oh, they don't want to give me no money because of this, and I can't buy no house because the interest rates. I can't buy no house because the market inflow, is inflated. Man, you ain't got no down payment. You ain't got no closing costs. You ain't got no private mortgage insurance. They ain't looking at your credit score. You just got to be a good person to pay your bills.
That's it.
You know what I mean? They ain't worried about the opportunity for you.
And could you mention no closing costs? So they Bank of America is taking care of all the third-party closing costs, meaning bank fees and title costs.
But you're
the things that they do not take care of,
right?
Say it again, Tim.
Your reoccurring costs you're responsible for, such as your taxes, your home insurance.
Right. What we call prepaids, meaning that you got to put up your sometimes 2 to 3 months worth of taxes, buffers, your insurance costs, those type of things. But title, loan fees, that type of stuff are all taken care of by the bank. Now, there are opportunities for people to be able to get into the house with no money down, period.
Man, are you talking about the condition of the market?
You're talking about stacking.
So obviously, Bank of America is going to take care of, obviously there's no down payment, so you don't have to bring the down payment. They're taking care of a lot of the closing costs, which leaves the prepaids, which could be, depending on the house, $1,500 to $3,000, right?
Okay.
You do have the ability to have the seller contribute to the cost.
So, Steve, let me hold you right there. So, this goes into the condition of the market. That's why I asked that question just a minute ago. 2 months ago, seller wasn't paying for nothing.
Right.
Now, the market is doing what it's doing, and the opportunity is greater for a buyer to get an incentive from the seller because of the way the market has shifted.
Correct.
So that's another myth or excuse that I can just take off the table. Let me go ahead and get that and just pull that excuse off the table for them, because not only is the bank offering money, now the seller potentially can help you with some of those closing costs, which is going to reduce the amount of cash that you bring to the closing table again. Right?
Yes, sir.
I said it right.
Hold on, Mike. We got a question from Miss Ashley. Earlier, before we kind of went over the areas that they're talking about. The counties are Collin County, Hunt County, Kaufman County, Rockwall County, Dallas County, Ellis County, and Denton County. Any home in those counties qualifies. if that home fits in a census tract that has 50% Black or Latino. So it's not a real big restriction, except basically the Metroplex, except for Tarrant County. I don't know why they didn't put Tarrant County in there, but Tarrant County does
They
not.
don't need to be in Tarrant. They don't need to be. We ain't
But
nobody driving that out there.
but any area besides Tarrant County basically qualifies as long as the census tract where that house lands is 50% Black and Latino or more.
So Ashley,
question, Miss Ashley.
Louisville is on the table. I got a listing in your neighborhood, right around the corner from your school son. So yes, Louisville, Denton County is available for you.
But going back to what we were talking about prior to that, I guess sellers can contribute up to 3% towards towards closing costs. So again, if you have the right realtor, you may be able to negotiate in some closing cost help and actually walk into this house absolutely with no money down at all.
Okay. Yeah. So I have been made aware, and I'm happy to say that the Refine Realty team will be hosting a homebuyer seminar with
absolutely
guests from Bank of America. Y'all make sure that y'all have to follow us to find out the details, because we're gonna get it straight from the horse's mouth.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So
Mike's response, I gotta quit doing this now and doing this.
Yeah. So again, I'm pretty sure there's going to be more questions regarding the loan coming from people's personal aspect and stuff like that. So we will have a Bank of America loan officer on hand to obviously go in more details that we probably even missed them. Again, this is such a broad product that has a bunch of ins and outs on it, but you'll be able to answer and ask your questions regarding this. This question next Saturday. We'll get you guys on the time and the location pretty soon. So just whoever you guys follow on here,
we'll make sure
it'll be on all the Refine Realty's agents website. So we'll get that information out to you as soon as we can once we get everything solidified.
We're having a town hall meeting, y'all. A town hall meeting is what we're gonna call it.
Oh, I like that.
Oh.
Town hall meeting.
One thing that I did miss is there also an additional amount of money that you can get from Bank of America as well. So if there is a special grant that they have that can be added to this program as well, it's a $10,000 grant that would go towards the loan. So if the house is principal. So you're basically handing out instant equity, right? So with the low to moderate, if they fall into a low to moderate census tract, then there is a possibility to get that $10,000 grant. So if you decide to buy a $300,000 home, obviously the $300,000 home the loan will be for $300,000 because again, no down payment. But with that grant, it would take that loan from $300 down to $290 with no additional money coming out of your pocket.
Equity. Wow.
So again, it will help you guys start off with almost $10,000 of equity with an already inflated market. So from the information that I got from from both of the lenders, man, the program sounds and looks pretty awesome to me.
For me too. And I was just thinking, something just crossed my mind. When we were talking about, pretty much it's changed from a kind of like a buyer's market switching there because you see houses are being reduced and so forth. But we were saying that money doesn't cover the prepaids, which is escrows.
Right.
But when you're negotiating, can't the seller pay that?
Absolutely.
So there you go. I just want to say that's what you get when you get with, like us as agents, we're experienced. You can actually negotiate that in there, but really, you're not even really bringing your prepaids. Because if you're negotiating, seller contributes 3%, takes care of the prepaids. Bank of America is taking care of closing costs. There you have it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a win-win.
You're in it to win it.
So, I mean, and the beautiful thing, like unlike a lot of programs, and Mike, you brought this up, you asked this question, Steve. There's no requirement for you to stay in the house 3 years, 2 years, all of that.
Yes,
That you
yes,
said.
there was another question that I did ask. Is there any time frame? Is there any additional liens or stuff that
Right.
goes up against it? Sometimes that happens with some programs.
Mhm.
According to them, there's no time that you have to stay in the house.
Wow. So you see that, y'all? Not trying to put ideas, but if you're a first-time home buyer, why not? You could buy. That might be your investment, and you go on to the next. You know, who's it's just a lot of questions. So with that being said, I guess y'all, we're gonna get ready to get out of here because we've given them tons of information. I'm gonna make sure I put all of our phone numbers with our contact information up there so you guys know how to reach Mr. Micheal Chatman, the astute home advisor. You got anything you want to say in closing out, Mike?
I'll say this again. If you don't call one of us three experts or professionals, I should say, in the industry, make sure that you get with a professional when you're trying to buy a house, and when you're trying to understand what the mortgage process is, understand what the market conditions are. Make sure you get with somebody like us, right? Because the deal is you can try and do this alone and you're going to have some hardship, or you can go along with a professional like Steve, Tina, and myself, and we can make that process a lot easier, even if you're selling a house or buying a house, because things are shifting and programs are coming out, and you want to be protected and affiliated with somebody who understands and can help you along the way. I mean, that's my shameless plug. I'm always I answer the phone, I respond to text, and I'm astute enough to help you through the process. So get with somebody like myself and my team. That way you can win. You don't want to just be sitting on the sideline.
My brother, Steve.
Again, like I said, we are here to inform. And when anything like this is coming out, or even with our market shifts, because as we continue to come out and give you guys more and more information about what's going on in the market, we love doing this. That's the kind of thing that sets us apart from a lot of other realtors out there. Is that we're going to go find the information, and we're going to give it to you and give it to you uncut, with no bias. You know, good or bad, we're going to give it to you. Like I said, last week, our opinions were a little bit different about the program.
Now well, mine wouldn't.
Yeah.
No,
well,
Mike,
yeah. But now that we got some, got more information, more clarification, I honestly can say that I think it's a great program. I can't see any flaws in it as of yet. And again, it's still early. This is just information that we got from a couple of loan officers. They're still learning it themselves, to be honest with you. Yeah. So, more information come out as more stats come out to see how this thing really, really is doing what is designed to do. Then, again, I'll be his biggest cheerleader. But that's my shameless plug. It's your boy Stephen Thomas. I'm so excited that we're back talking.
I am too.
We are back.
I miss being with my brother and my sister in this format, man. We do this all day, all the time amongst us.
We do it with each other half on the phone in our group chat all the time. We just taking it taking it to the streets. Yeah. Hey, y'all know it's your girl Tyler Tina. I call y'all fabulous ones. Y'all know I went from this to sister doing this now. Hey, Bank of America program. But Mike, I have to give my brother credit. He told me you were right, Mike. You were right. He was pro from the beginning. I'm just one of those that was like, but it's really a good, great program. It's a great opportunity for you guys to be able to brand yourselves as homeowners. Especially for, my passion is single moms, professional single moms, because that's what I am. It's difficult, but we always want to make sure the main thing is to put our children in an environment where they can learn and that is conducive to the lifestyle we want to try to bring them up in. And I actually, in looking at some of these homes and the zip codes, you're able to do this. So it's a win-win. So we call myself, one of my two brothers, or like both of my brothers said, get with a real estate professional that's going to give it to you straight with no chaser. And we all on this team, y'all can tell on this group, we do it here with the Refine Realty family. So follow us. Look for our home buying seminar that's going to be coming up next weekend. Y'all, and guess what? For those of you that come, y'all know my mama coming in town too. That should be fun. So y'all know it's always they laughing because I'm telling you, when my mama come into town, y'all, I can promise you, we gonna have us a good time. I'm gonna see if I can make her, come out. She probably have on about 4 or 5 masks and a hazmat suit, but we gonna see if we can get her to come and be around us. All right. So y'all, this is your girl Tyler Tina with her 2 amazing brothers with the Synergy Syndicate, and we are signing out. Right, you guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Peace.
I'll see y'all in a little bit. Peace.